Heat, you made me look a fool. You made me look a fool. You had a gift handed to you this week, okay? You had a gift to handed to you with the Pistons, the Spurs, and the Grizzlies sitting everybody. And you know what you do with that gift? Leroy, you want to know what you do with that gift?
I have an idea, but why don't you tell me?
Marcos, you want to know what you do with that gift?
Yeah, I would love to know.
J-Fig, you want to know what you do with that gift?
I think you did something
You
right
squandered it. That's what you did. What a waste of everybody's time. You had this opportunity to climb over 500, and what did you do? You slapped it away. You blew the opportunity because you play like a bunch of fat cats. This entire season has fat cat syndrome. I'm seeing a bunch of Garfields all over South Florida like it's vacation mode. You're fouling all over the place. You're playing lazy laissez-faire, and you lost to a team that's actively trying to lose. They weren't happy about Saturday night. You sent them to the free throw line a gazillion times. Same thing. Points in the paint. If it's not getting lit up by Bojan Bogdanovic, it's going and getting lit up by the Spurs. What are we doing? What in the hell are we doing, Heat?
Wow.
You packing it up? Because I'm sitting out here on a piece of driftwood. I'm waiting like Tom Hanks with a volleyball.
So, wait. So, you're on a piece of plywood. So you were rats off a ship.
No, my ship has been destroyed. I'm waiting. Somebody come rescue me.
So technically, though, you're a rat.
I'm not a rat, dude.
You're off the ship.
No,
rat's off a ship.
I'm a castaway. I'm sitting here being like, where are you guys? I miss you. Is anyone going to get this together? Now Eric Spoelstra's benching Max Strus. He doesn't like any of his shooters. He's benched them. The lot of them. Max Strus, why didn't he play? Coach's decision. He went to Duncan Robinson. Now they're bringing up Orlando Robinson. That'll fix it.
Poor Drew Smith, man. I feel like we're playing with his life.
Drew Smith.
It's like one week yes, one week
undefeated as a starter. Drew Smith's like, what did I do? They're like, listen, Drew, we're going to have to let you go. Me? What did I do? We won the game I started. Yeah, but
Wow, you went from starting to cut.
Cut, dude. Rats off a ship on Drew Smith. That's what they did.
-1 for leaning out of the camera.
I'm not leaning out of the camera.
You kind of are, though.
No, I didn't. I lowered it.
You leaned back, though. You're away from your microphone. Great. Now it's by your tummy.
No, it's not.
Kind of is, though, dude.
I would like.
Ah, there he is.
I would like to be able to sit upright and get comfortable, but you're ruining it.
How am I ruining it?
What?
Well, how am I ruining it?
Is there any sports team down here you haven't hosed down yet?
Does anybody deserve praise? Does anybody deserve a pat on the ass? You let me know, dude. Who do you want to give a praise to? You want to give a praise to, like, did FIU do anything this week? Because, like, what should I be praising out here? Did my Bucks do anything this week at Barry? Because I would like to know, Leroy, when you lose to a 7-win Spurs team and a 6-win Pistons team, why exactly shouldn't I be lashing out?
You're right.
It's garbage.
I just figured you'd be a little more positive.
I've been giving them the benefit of the doubt all year, and they've made me look a fool. They have made me put on a clown wig. That's what they have done. Eric Spoelstra, too, because he was sitting here saying, we have the answers to the test. No, we don't. Apparently, we do not. Because he's sitting here befuddled. He's like,
I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to hear this.
What?
I know we could fix it.
What?
A big.
Okay, cool. But they don't have that right now. So, like,
okay.
You gonna.
I've been saying it. I've been saying it all year, and everybody's laughed at me.
Nobody's laughed at you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But they don't have one. So, like, what's the difference?
Go get one.
Okay, cool. What about this team?
They need size.
Yeah. All right.
You need a deterrent. You don't need the guy to be an elite defender. You just need somebody in there that's a deterrent.
I think what's
that'll alter some shots, get a couple of rebounds.
I know what
That's
the
it.
return is. Giving a rat's ass.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, I do actually.
I ain't going there.
Jimmy said it.
What?
He's like, yeah, we think we're better than we are. We come out of these games, we play like fat cats. He basically said that.
Oh, this is what I love.
What? He did, dude. You got Jimmy after the game?
You are perfect at this.
No, he did.
Take it what somebody says
He basically said
and
that.
make it fit with exactly your thoughts.
I'm telling you, that's basically what he said.
Basically is not saying that.
That's what he said.
I'm basically calling you a jackass right now.
So you're not calling me a jackass.
Right. So when you say basically, you only say when you say basically, you make it agree with you.
Well, do you think I'm a jackass?
Yes.
Well, then, okay. So you and I are on the same page with this Jimmy Butler. He basically said that.
He didn't. Wait a minute. What does me calling you a jackass have to do with me agreeing with what Jimmy said and how you feel? Do we have the clip?
You got Jimmy Butler from even if it's the full post game, Marcos. It wasn't very long. You have him from Saturday night.
I'll have it in 60 seconds.
It's like Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Gone 60 seconds, dude.
Oh, he's a nice actor.
You know, we'll take a break. We'll regroup. We'll hear from Jimmy Butler. Leroy's going to stop lashing out.
What?
Take a break. Back after this.
That's dedicated to Tobin. He's had a bad day, man. He's had a bad weekend.
Yeah, I have. I don't understand. Like, these are the days Leo and I butt heads. I get it. He wants to be, optimistic Ollie out here. Everything's gonna be fine, everybody.
I didn't say that.
It's good to leave. No. It is.
Does he sound like that?
He does. That's optimistic. No, it's gonna be great, everybody. Listen, we all can't live in Neverland, where it's just let's fly away like Peter Pan. I like to live in a little place called reality. Okay.
They've played 13 games. They're 8-5.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some wins that you'd have liked to have in there.
For sure.
But you're still on course, on schedule.
It's been a good Dolphin season so far. Don't blow it.
Okay, but all I'm saying is that, all right, a couple of unfortunate losses, but everything's still in front of you. You ain't looking at what other teams are doing to determine your fate.
I mean, don't you? You kind of do.
You win your last 4 games, you're in.
Do you feel like this looks like a team that's going to win 4 straight games right now?
They won 5 straight.
All right. But like, where is that?
They won.
Where is that? Where is that?
I mean, they also a team that lost 3 straight.
Yeah, but that was a team with no quarterback.
Okay. You're complaining about Tua now, and then you're saying they didn't win without Tua. So where are you with that?
I'm not complaining about Tua. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say though, like he didn't play well, Leroy. Like, what are we going to do?
He didn't. He played bad. He did.
Okay, so like, I don't understand. I don't understand what your analysis of this is. Like,
my analysis of it is those last 2 games sucked.
Okay,
right.
So you
but the season does not suck.
No, the season's been good for the most part, but this, oof.
Yeah, it's
oof. But listen, they went on Saturday. I don't even need these games. Forget it. Who cares? Beat the Bills.
Oh, who cares?
It's called gravy, baby.
Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl last year. They were 11-7.
That's 18 games, dude.
I mean, what were they? 11-6?
10-7.
10-7. Sorry, 10-7. Because they got hot at the right time. So why can't they have them for the Dolphins?
It can.
I'm more concerned with them fixing the issues than, woe is me. Granted, I get guys haven't played well.
Yeah, but you need a good woe day every now and then,
No, you don't.
Oh, sure. Not the players.
If you're a Heat person and you come with me with that, I can't tell you. I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel with this team yet.
Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like
right.
it. Like, I think the thing that's frustrating is like they show you these games against better competition, like their best like they I don't know how much you buy into this or not, like playing up and down to your competition, but that is exactly what it feels like every time. Now, maybe that speaks to their inconsistency. They're not a good enough team this year. But, man, it's frustrating to see them play so great against the Celtics, so great against the Warriors, so great against Phoenix, so great against the Clippers, and then they could take on the bums of the league, and they play like bums.
I would say this is that it doesn't matter who they play. It really doesn't. You would like to think that they crank it up a notch when they play against the better teams. But I would say their bad play hasn't just been exclusively to bad teams. They've played some stinkers against good teams.
Not a lot of them, though, dude. Like, most of their bad performances have been against teams that you would look at them and say, hey, they're better than that team.
Could that also be the games where the coach decides to sit guys and rest them?
Not this week.
Right.
Not this week. Like, you're talking about two of the worst teams in the league.
Yep.
And
it didn't look like it.
They can't put these teams away. And then these teams feel froggy. And you're putting yourself in this position where, like, oh, well, we'll clamp it down to the fourth quarter. But you know how this team goes. Whew, they get on one of them droughts. And then all of a sudden, you're getting sunk by this.
Yeah. I would say the difference between this year and last year is probably the 3-point shooting, right?
Big difference for sure. All their bench guys, their reserve guys are not knocking down shots.
Their bench guys, the bench has been terrible this year.
Terrible.
So when you take those two aspects of what's going on, either Bam, Jimmy, and Tyler going to have to play 40-plus minutes every week to turn it around, or you're going to have to find a way to get some scoring off the bench.
Do you have Jimmy Butler, Marcos? And can we hear from him on the game against the San Antonio Spurs that they lost? Here's Jimmy.
That's the league for you. This game as a whole will for sure humble you, and I think that's where we're at. We think we're really good, which we are, but I think we got to go out and improve it more. Be together every single possession on both sides of the floor, and start figuring this thing out and get some dubs, man. I'm tired of answering the same questions being up here, honestly.
Oof.
And how did that agree with you?
That wasn't the part, though. Like, do you have the part where he's talking about Udonis Haslem, Marcos? Marcos, who are you talking to, dude? What are you doing? Been back for a day? You having a little chatty chat? What's going on?
You know, just being bad at my job. I apologize. You asked for another Jimmy Butler cut, correct?
Yeah. Can you give me the part where he's talking about Udonis Haslem? Or can you just don't you play the whole thing? Like, didn't I ask you to put the whole thing in there? We'll just listen to it.
Yeah, of course. This
Didn't put
is
that in there, though, huh?
I'll put this in. What?
Jimmy, is there anything you can put your finger on as far as, regardless of the opponent that you're playing, so many of these games are coming down to a few points in the final minutes?
I would just say we think we're that good that we can, we'll figure it out at the end and not do right the entire game, the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Like, I think UD said it best. We ain't that good. We can't afford to play a 45-minute game or 47-minute game. We need all 48. And hell, if we're going to overtime, we need to play well in overtime too and do everything the right way. I think that's what it is. We think we have talent, which we know that we have, and we think that's just going to do it for us. That's not the formula here.
Told you, dude. Agree with me. Exactly what I said.
I would say if there's one big difference, it's 3-point shooting. They could always rely on the open guy hitting that shot. And who would ever thought that your most reliable guy hitting threes would be Caleb Martin?
That's for sure a surprise. And then defense hasn't been great. It hasn't been mediocre. They have some good qualities, like they don't foul very much, but
it's hard to foul when you're giving up dunks.
It's also one of these things. It's also one of these things where it's like we're gonna play zone all year. That's what's gonna happen. What happened to the Heat saying guard your yard, dude? It's zone everybody. Yard.
I'm telling you what,
like a park.
60 points in the paint is what happened.
Just willing, and then fouling like crazy to the Spurs. You gotta send the Spurs to the free throw line, really? Really? Can't shut down the Spurs, dude? Oh,
They're NBA players too.
no, they're not. They're trying to get Wembanyama.
Who?
The French guy who's like 7'4". That's who everybody's tanking for this year.
Yeah.
Back after this.